Welcome to Better Life Academy. In this course, we'll focus on how Better Life adult living employees protect individual information, use workplace technology responsibly, and make sound decisions in real day-to-day situations. By the end, you should be able to recognize confidential information, choose the right BLAL system for the task, protect your login and devices, and respond quickly when something doesn't look right. You'll also practice judgment. That means knowing when to stop, ask for help, limit what you share, and report a privacy or cybersecurity concern to your supervisor right away. This is not a technical lecture, and it's not a screen-by-screen software class. It's practical training for DSPs and other BAL employees who handle information while supporting real people in homes, programs, vehicles, offices, and the community. Every shift brings choices. You might chart a service, read a message, step away from a shared computer, answer a text, or notice that the wrong person can see a screen. Those small moments are where good protection happens. When we talk about protecting information, we mean details about the people BLAL supports and about their care, health, services, routines, incidents, records, and daily lives. This is about trust. The person you support should not have to wonder who saw their information, where it was copied, or whether it was discussed in the wrong place. Protecting privacy is part of respectful, safe support. BLAL work moves through authorized systems, not personal workarounds. Therap, Itherapidocs, and Therapscom each support different parts of the job, and your own login connects your work to you. That matters because electronic records may show who entered information, who reviewed it, and when activity happened. Accurate records depend on accurate account ownership. Let's start with Therap, because it's one of the main places BAL employees work with support-related information. Depending on your role, Therap may hold individual details, service information, health-related records, communication, and incident-related documentation. The key point is not memorizing every screen. It's understanding that Therap is an authorized work system, which means information that belongs there should stay there instead of being copied into less secure places. In many workflows, Therap supports information connected to daily care and health oversight. That can include items like medication administration records, often called MARs, health tracking tools such as ECHAT, and other support information employees may need to do their jobs accurately. You don't need to be an expert in every module to understand the privacy rule underneath it. If the information is tied to an individual's care or health, treat it as sensitive and handle it only in the authorized way. You may also work with information related to the individual support plan, or ISP. That could include goals, support instructions, health-related guidance, behavior supports, schedules, and details that help staff provide consistent services. Because this information can be detailed and personal, you should open only what you need for your assigned responsibilities. Being able to access a record is not the same as having a work reason to explore it. Therap may also be used for general event reports, often called GRs, when an incident or event needs to be documented. In those moments, privacy and accuracy go together, because the record may be reviewed later to understand exactly what happened. That is one reason to avoid side notes, casual screenshots, or extra copies. The authorized record should carry the information, not a trail of unofficial versions scattered across devices and messages. Another important authorized system is Itherapidocs. At BLAL, it is used for progress notes and applicable service documentation, which means it holds records that matter for services, continuity, and accountability. Just like Itherapidocs is not simply a convenient place to type. It's part of how BL keeps documentation in the right system, connected to the right person, at the right time. A helpful way to think about this is that each system has a job. Therap supports certain records and communication. Itherapidocs supports progress notes and related documentation. The right habit is to work in the authorized system, instead of improvising your own storage method. When employees move information into the wrong place, even with good intentions, they create new privacy risks and make records harder to trust. You're finishing support for an individual and need to document what happened. The system is available, but you're in a hurry. Do you jot the details in your phone notes app to enter later? Or do you document in the authorized system and keep the information there? Now let's talk about account ownership. Your login belongs to you, and in electronic systems, your activity may be connected to your name, your credentials, and the time an action took place. That means shared credentials and borrowed sessions don't just break a rule. They blur responsibility, weaken security, and make it harder to know who actually viewed, entered, or changed information. Protecting your account starts with basic habits. Keep your password private. Don't ask for someone else's password, and never send login details through regular email or text. Just as important, don't let another employee work under your authenticated session. If your name is on the session, the safest assumption is that the activity looks like yours. A coworker says, "I'm already logged in, just finished that note really fast on my screen." What's the right call? Use only your own authenticated access and have each employee sign in under their own credentials. Another core rule is minimum necessary access. In everyday language, that means you look at only the information you need for the task in front of you and for your assigned responsibilities. A system may technically let you open more than you should. That does not create permission. Curiosity, convenience, and familiarity are not work reasons to view a record. Here's what that looks like on the job. If you need to confirm a medication entry, review today's support details, or complete documentation for a person you serve, you access the information needed for that purpose and stop there. Opening unrelated records, reading extra history with no work need, or browsing because a name is familiar all create privacy risk without helping the person in front of you. You notice the record of someone you know from another program and wonder how they're doing. You can technically open it, but you are not assigned to that task. What should you do? Leave the record alone unless you have a current work need. Communication is another place where good judgment matters. When sensitive information needs to move electronically, TheraPSCOMM is the approved secure option discussed in this training. That means if the message includes protected health information, service details, or personal information that should stay inside an authorized system, you should think secure first instead of defaulting to whatever app feels fastest. Ordinary email has limits. It may be fine for basic operational communication when the content is minimal and non-sensitive, but it is not the place for detailed protected health information or full service documentation. Using initials alone does not magically make sensitive details appropriate for regular email. If the information is still detailed, identifiable in context, or clinically sensitive, move it to an approved secure method. Text messaging needs the same judgment. This course does not teach that every text is forbidden. It teaches that ordinary texting should stay limited, operational, and free of detailed sensitive information. A brief update that avoids protected details is very different from texting a full situation, diagnosis, medication information, or other private facts. When sensitive information must be shared electronically, use TheraPSCOMM or another approved secure method. You need to update a coworker quickly. One draft says running 10 minutes late. The other includes the person's name, health issue, and service details. Which message belongs in ordinary text, if any? Keep routine text minimal and move sensitive details to a secure approved method. Some employees may use a personal smartphone for work communication or access-related tasks. If that happens, the privacy expectation does not shrink just because the device is personal. A personal device used for blah work still needs basic protections such as a passcode, PIN, biometric lock, or similar safeguard, and the employee remains responsible for protecting confidential information on that device. The same habits apply on BLA computers, including shared computers at supported living locations, day services, and other work sites. Shared equipment does not reduce the need for privacy. It increases it. One employee signs out fully before the next employee begins. If you step away, secure the account and the screen first, even if you expect to be gone for only a minute. You're documenting at a shared workstation when someone calls you into another room. Do you leave the screen open because you'll be right back? Or do you lock or log out before stepping away? Secure it first, every time. One of the easiest ways to create risk is to make unnecessary copies. That includes screenshots, downloads, saved files, personal notes, or local storage of information that already belongs in an authorized system. Every extra copy becomes one more thing to protect, one more place it can be overlooked, and one more chance for the wrong person to see it. Sometimes people make copies for convenience. They plan to look at it later, finish documentation after the shift, or remember a detail on the drive. But convenience doesn't remove the privacy risk. If you're thinking about saving an image, sending yourself a file, or storing information outside the authorized system, that's a good moment to stop and ask whether the copy is actually necessary and authorized. You want to remember a detail from a record later in the day. The fastest option seems to be taking a screenshot on your phone. What's the better decision? Keep the information in the authorized system and avoid creating an unnecessary copy. Photos and video require special care. Employees should not assume that taking a picture or recording is acceptable just because it seems helpful, convenient, or even because an individual asks in the moment. Images can reveal identity, health conditions, location, routines, and other private details very quickly. Social media raises the risk even more because once information is shared, control over it can be lost almost immediately. If a photo or video involves your work, an individual, or information connected to services, don't guess. Pause and ask first. Privacy is not only digital, it is also physical. In homes, hallways, vehicles, community locations, offices, and waiting areas, other people may be able to see your screen, overhear a conversation, or notice a document in your hand. Good habits include lowering your voice, adjusting your position, turning the screen away from others, closing out what you don't need, and choosing a more private place when the content is sensitive. You're in a common area and need to discuss a sensitive detail with a coworker. People are nearby and one person is not part of the care team. What's the right move? Shift to a more private setting before continuing. Printed information needs the same respect as anything on a screen. A printed note, schedule, report, or health-related document can be picked up, left behind, misread, or carried into the wrong space just as easily as a phone can. If you are handling paper records, pay attention to where they are placed, who can see them, whether they are still needed, and how they are secured when not in use. So far, we've talked about where information belongs and who should see it. The next piece is recognizing when someone or something is trying to pull you away from those safe habits. That can happen through a suspicious email, a fake text, a rush phone call, or a message that tries to make you click, reply, share, or trust too quickly. Phishing is a message designed to get you to do something unsafe, like click a bad link, open a harmful attachment, or hand over information you should protect. The message may pretend to be routine, urgent, helpful, or official. The pressure is usually the clue. A message that pushes you to act fast, fix a problem immediately, confirm your password, or avoid punishment should make you slow down instead of speed up. Social engineering is the bigger idea behind phishing. It means someone uses trust, urgency, confusion, friendliness, or authority to get you to share information or bypass a safe process. It may sound like someone asking for a favor, claiming to be from a system, saying a supervisor needs something right now, or telling you that normal steps can wait this one time. You receive a message saying your account will be locked unless you confirm your login details today. It looks urgent. What should you do? Do not provide credentials. Do not guess and report the concern to your supervisor. Sometimes the important moment comes after the click. If you open something suspicious, send information to the wrong person, use the wrong channel, or think confidential information may have been exposed, don't try to quietly fix it by yourself first. Report it to your immediate supervisor right away. Fast reporting gives BLAL the best chance to protect information, limit harm, and guide the next steps appropriately. The same urgency applies if a device is lost or stolen. A phone, tablet, laptop, or other device can create privacy risk even when you are not sure whether information was opened. If a device used for BLAL work goes missing, especially one that can access messages, records, or stored information, notify your immediate supervisor as soon as you become aware of the problem. You realize your personal phone, which you sometimes use for BLAL work communication, is missing after a shift. You hope it turns up at home. Do you wait and see or report it promptly to your supervisor? Report it promptly. At this point, a simple decision rule helps. If the information is sensitive, detailed, or tied closely to a person's health, services, or private circumstances, think authorized system or secure method first. If the message is only a minimal operational update and does not spill private details, a regular channel may be enough. When you're unsure, that's the moment to pause instead of pressing send. BLAL work does not always happen in one private office. You may be in the community between locations or using a device in a place that is less controlled than a work site. In those moments, be extra careful about what you open, what you send, who can see your screen, and whether the task should wait for a safer setting. The goal is not guessing from habit. It's choosing the safer option in context. Before you open it, look around. A private record can become public in seconds if the wrong screen is visible in the wrong place. Safe technology use also depends on competency. In other words, employees are expected to use systems and devices in a way that matches their training, assigned duties, and current level of understanding. Guessing your way through a task can create privacy problems just as easily as careless sharing can. If you don't know how to complete something correctly, stop and get help before moving forward. You're in a Blau system and are not sure where information belongs or what action the screen will trigger. Do you try a few things and hope it works, or do you stop and ask for help first? Stop and ask. Asking for help is part of competent work, not a sign that you're behind. Ask when you are unsure how to use a system, unsure where information belongs, unsure whether a message is appropriate, or concerned that something unsafe may have happened. For a suspected privacy or cybersecurity issue, your immediate supervisor is the first internal person to contact. Report promptly instead of waiting to see if the concern disappears on its own. That report could be about many different situations. Maybe you clicked a suspicious link, sent information to the wrong person, left a record visible, lost a device, noticed someone using the wrong login, or realized sensitive details were shared through the wrong channel. You do not need to have the whole answer before you report. You need to recognize that something may be wrong and bring it forward quickly. A reportable privacy or cybersecurity concern can look a lot of different ways. Maybe a device is lost or stolen, a password or account may be compromised, someone else used your account, protected health information was sent to the wrong person, sensitive information was shared through the wrong method, or you noticed suspicious sign-in activity. It could also mean you clicked a phishing link, got an unexpected authentication request, saw confidential information where someone else could see it, lost confidential paperwork, noticed an unauthorized photo or recording, or just suspect something may have gone wrong. You do not have to figure out whether a breach actually happened. You only need to recognize that something may be wrong and notify your supervisor right away. Early reporting matters because it gives Blau the best opportunity to protect information, limit the impact, and decide what needs to happen next. Your job is not to investigate the event yourself. If you see a problem or suspect a problem, report it immediately. Mistakes can happen in real work. If you click a suspicious link, send information to the wrong person, accidentally expose information, lose a device, share credentials, notice someone else used your account, approve an authentication request you did not start, or make any other privacy or security mistake, report it to your immediate supervisor right away. Do not hide it, wait until the next shift, delete something and assume that fixed it, ask co-workers to keep it quiet, or try to run your own cybersecurity investigation. Fast reporting gives Blau the best opportunity to protect information and limit the impact. An employee sends sensitive information to the wrong recipient. What should the employee do? Deleting the message from their own phone and hoping nothing happens is not enough, because that does not necessarily remove it from the other person's device or resolve the privacy concern. The correct response is to notify the supervisor immediately. If you receive an unexpected login notification, password reset, sign-in approval request, or multi-factor authentication prompt, do not approve it just to make it go away. If you did not start it, do not approve it. If you think your account may be compromised, notify your supervisor. Now let's talk about photographs and video. Blau employees may not take photos or videos of individuals for personal use, to keep for themselves, for entertainment, to share with friends or family, for social media, or for any other unauthorized purpose. Photography or recording involving an individual may happen only when it is specifically authorized and the right consent has been established according to Blau requirements. Simply asking, "Can I take your picture?" does not automatically make it okay. The practical rule is simple. When in doubt, don't take the photo. Ask your supervisor. Social media has clear limits. Employees must not post individual names, photographs, videos, diagnoses, medical information, behavioral stories, service information, screenshots, location details, or other identifying information about people receiving Blau services. A person receiving services should never become personal social media content for an employee. Blau does not have a blanket rule that says you can never use an authorized secure system just because you're on public Wi-Fi. The bigger issue is the environment around you. Protect your screen, pay attention to who is nearby, avoid discussing protected health information where others can hear. Do not leave your device unattended, and do not access sensitive information when you cannot reasonably keep it private. Shoulder surfing simply means someone nearby can see confidential information on your screen. The connection may be secure while the environment around you is not. Cybersecurity training is only one part of Blau's technology competency expectations. Hands-on technology competency happens during on-site orientation and supervisory training. This course teaches knowledge and judgment. It is not a screen-by-screen software lesson. Depending on your role, you are expected to log into Therap using your own credentials and navigate the Therap functions required for your assigned responsibilities. That includes knowing where general event reports or GERs are completed and using only the Therap functions you are authorized to access. Role-based competency may also include recognizing and appropriately using authorized health-related Therap functions, such as medication administration record information, ECAT or other health tracking information, and applicable individual support plan information. The point is not to turn this into software or medication training. The point is appropriate use, role-based access, and protection of protected health information. Competency may also include using Therap SCOM when secure communication is required, logging into Itherapidocs using your own account, and completing progress notes and other applicable electronic forms appropriately. Each system has a purpose, and employees are expected to know the right place for the information they handle. An employee is in a BLAL system and is not sure what button to select or where information belongs. What should they do? Trying different buttons until something works is the wrong response. Using another employee's login and asking them to fix it later is also wrong. The correct response is to stop and ask for help. Technology competency includes knowing when assistance is needed. BLAL provides cybersecurity, privacy, and technology training at orientation. This training also happens annually after orientation, so employees continue applying the right habits as part of their ongoing work responsibilities. Additional retraining may happen when needed. That can be because of new technology, system changes, cybersecurity concerns, cybersecurity incidents, employee performance concerns, identified competency needs, or other operational changes. Retraining helps employees remain competent as responsibilities and systems change. You find a Therapidocs open on a shared computer under another employee's account. What should you do? Log out and sign in using your own credentials. You hear about a major incident involving an individual you previously supported, and you still have technical access to the record. What should you do? Do not access the record unless you have a legitimate current job-related reason. You need to communicate detailed medication or medical information about JD. What should you do? Do not put detailed protected health information in an ordinary text. Use the appropriate secure system, such as Therap SCOM. You cannot locate the phone you use to access Therap and Itherapidocs. What should you do? Notify your immediate supervisor immediately. Here's a simple recap. Your login equals your accountability. Use only your own credentials, never share them, and never document under someone else's account. 2 more principles matter here. Access only what you need and use the right system. Technical access does not give permission to browse. Therap holds important individual, health, medication, incident, individual support plan, and other authorized information. Itherapidocs is used for progress notes and applicable service documentation. Therap SCOM is used when sensitive protected health information needs secure electronic communication. Email and text both have limits. Initials and minimum necessary information may be appropriate for limited operational communication, but initials do not make detailed protected health information appropriate for ordinary email or text. Another practical reminder is this: don't create extra copies. Avoid unnecessary screenshots, downloads, photographs, local notes, or storage of individual information outside authorized systems. And a final set of reminders. Protect what people can see and hear. Think before you click. Don't hide mistakes. And when you don't know, ask. Here's a closing framework you can remember. Stop. Before you click, share, send, download, photograph, or access information you do not need. Think. Do I need this information for my job? Is this the correct system? And is this person authorized to receive it? Protect. Use your own credentials, authorized systems, minimum necessary information, and reasonable device and privacy safeguards. Report. If something may have gone wrong, notify your supervisor immediately. Thank you for completing Better Life Academy, Cybersecurity, Privacy, and Technology Use. Technology helps Better Life adult living document services, monitor health, communicate securely, respond to incidents, and access the information needed to safely support the people we serve. But every system depends on the people using it responsibly. Use your own account. Access only what you need. Keep sensitive information in the right system. Think before you click or share. And when something goes wrong, report it immediately. Stop. Think, protect, report.